Have you ever been the one in charge of a game? Maybe you gotta be the referee in soccer, or the one who says, "Ready, set, go," in a race. Feels powerful, right? But what if you were not just in charge of a game, but of an entire kingdom, with rules, secrets, and even a monster hidden in a maze? Today, we're meeting a king who had all that and more, King Minos of Crete. Let's shine the spotlight on Minos. Who was he? Minos was a king from ancient Greece, ruling over the island of Crete. People said he wasn't just any king. He was the son of Zeus, the mighty sky god, and Europa, a queen. That's like being royal times 2. Minos didn't carry a magic sword or a lightning bolt. His power was being clever and in charge. He was known for making laws, building ships, and, most famously, ordering the construction of a gigantic labyrinth, a maze so big and twisty that no one could find their way out. Oh, and here's the twist. Inside that maze was a creature called the Minotaur, half man, half bull. Imagine playing hide-and-seek with that in the dark. Yikes. Here's the story. Minos asked the sea god Poseidon for a special sign to prove he should be king. Poseidon sent him a beautiful white bull from the sea. The deal was, Minos had to sacrifice the bull back to Poseidon. But Minos thought the bull was too amazing to give up, so he kept it. Poseidon was angry, and when gods got angry, trouble followed. Soon, a strange child was born, the Minotaur, half man and half bull. Minos didn't know what to do with it, so he asked a builder named Daedalus to create the labyrinth to keep the Minotaur trapped. Now, whenever Athens lost in battle, they had to send young people to Crete as a tribute. These kids were thrown into the labyrinth to face the Minotaur. Scary, right? But here comes the hero part. Theseus, a prince from Athens, volunteered to go. With the help of Minos' daughter Ariadne, who gave him a ball of string, Theseus found his way through the maze, fought the Minotaur, and escaped. The labyrinth was no match for bravery and clever thinking. Now, you might not have a monster in your basement. I hope not. But have you ever had a really hard puzzle to solve? Maybe a super tricky Lego build, a video game level, or even a maze in a coloring book? That feeling of, I'm stuck, how do I get out, is a little bit like the labyrinth. And just like Theseus used a string to guide him, sometimes you need a plan, a helper, or a hint to get through your own maze of challenges. So where's the science in all this? Let's talk about mazes. Did you know scientists actually use mazes to study how animals think and learn? You've probably seen a mouse in a maze experiment. The mouse has to sniff around, make choices, and remember the right path to find the cheese. That's science. Even humans face real-life labyrinths, like big cities. Imagine standing in the middle of New York City or Tokyo with all the streets crisscrossing. You need maps, signs, or even GPS to help you. Our brains are pretty amazing at remembering paths and directions. And here's a fun fact. Your brain has a special part called the hippocampus. It works like your inner compass, helping you find your way through life's mazes. Now let's imagine the future. What if Minos Labyrinth wasn't made of stone but of virtual reality? You could put on goggles and walk through an endless maze, with monsters made of pixels chasing you. Or think about robots. Engineers today build robot mice that can run through mazes super fast. They test the robot's memory and problem solving, just like Theseus in the labyrinth. And here's a wild thought. What if astronauts on another planet, like Mars, had to explore caves and tunnels that twist like a labyrinth? They'd need string-like tools, high-tech maps, or even drones to guide them. Maybe in the future, you could be the one building those tools. So, what did we learn from King Minos? He was powerful, clever, and a little tricky, but his maze became a legend. The labyrinth teaches us that puzzles can be solved, monsters can be faced, and with help and clever thinking, you can always find your way out. Thanks for wandering the maze of myths with me today. Until next time, keep your string handy, keep your brain sharp, and remember, every puzzle has a solution. Bye!